Hello there, all Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria, and we've got your October 2025 new love reading for all of you singles out there. So if you are single, ready to mingle, this is your reading. So in October here, Leo, we do have a couple of things going on. Just for us to be aware of, a full moon in Aries on October 6th can bring a closure to a chapter, a cycle in your life, can also bring something to fruition. Always a great time at the full moon to cleanse and purge and release any kind of fears and doubts. Same day, Mercury enters the sign of Scorpio, so our intuition is very much heightened, but also Mercury and Scorpio can bring about opportunities and doors for deeper, more meaningful conversations with people. So if you've been feeling as though the connections that you're making are just all fluff, this can be where, we can form, have the potential to form a little bit of a deeper bond with people, right? So we communicate about the really important things, right? Rather than just, the frivolous things. October 13th, Venus, the planet of love, all right, enters the sign of Libra. Venus rules Libra, so it's a really great energy here. And this is really powerful to attract partnerships in your life. And same day, Pluto goes direct in the sign of Aquarius. So there can be some secrets that come to light, something may be revealed to you, but Pluto encourages us to face our fears as well. And Pluto turning direct is a forward momentum. And so this can be where you take your power back and you gain a little bit more courage or confidence in your quest for love. And don't forget the new moon in the sign of Libra. New moons are a great time to set intentions, meet new people, try new things anyway, especially in the sign of Libra when it comes to love and partnerships, right? But also with Venus there, it's like this beautiful, beautiful umbrella of love that is over top of that new moon. So really good time there to set some intentions or to do something new and meet those new people. We have a woman holding a coin here for you. So this can, number one, be a helpful person. All right, someone who may have some information, some knowledge, someone that may be able to help you in some way on your quest for love. This can also represent, for some of you here, if you've been focused on your money and career matters, there could be something really positive happening for you in that regard as well. Something that, whether it's a legal situation that gets resolved, or whether it's that promotion, that raise, that new job, a big purchase that maybe you've been saving up for here, there is some really positive things going on in that regard there for you as well. But the woman holding a coin can also represent a potential love interest and someone that has something to offer, right? They're not going to take from you. They're more reciprocal kind of energy. So if you've been in those one-sided relationships, the woman holding a coin is not one-sided, okay? She can give as much as she takes. Now, it may be a woman, yes, okay, but it can also just be someone with a generous, feminine energy as well, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a female there. It can be, it can be a male that's in touch with their feminine side, or that's a giver, again, rather than a taker. But all in all, in the upright, really positive person or connection that can influence or be part of your love life in some way. We also have broken heart in reverse. So, this can certainly be where you are letting things go, okay? You're healing, you've completed a chapter, a cycle, a journey, okay? That full moon in the sign of Aries can really help you to cleanse and purge and to bring in some healing elements there, right? Aries energy is the first sign of the zodiac. So a fresh start, a new beginning. Instead of nursing a broken heart, you're looking at the potential to open up your heart again and be a little more vulnerable. And it's not always easy to do that if we've, been burned before. But you're encouraged to do that now. Okay. You could just meet someone that changes your mind, right? If you've been closed off to love, right now it's like, oh, this might be actually really quite interesting. The broken heart in reverse is also reminding you that, sometimes, in our quest for love, not everything is always going to work out with every connection that we meet. And sometimes we just need that little reminder, right? Because we do tend to be a little hard on ourselves. We make that connection, maybe we chat for a little bit or go for a coffee or whatever it happens to be, and then poof, gone. Sometimes it's the way of the world these days, right? People get ghosted more than, it seems more than they did in the past, but whether that's the case or not, I don't know. Maybe we just hear about it more because of the internets and all that kind of stuff. But remember that even a no, okay, is part of your journey through love. And for every no, there's another door that opens that could be a yes. We have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So you could be opening the door to new passionate connections there. And of course, with Mercury and Scorpio, Scorpio is very passionate, very creative, very insightful, sometimes a little bit vindictive, but hey, but certainly passions run deep when we've got Scorpio energy going on here as well. So passionate new connections there, a little bit of chemistry, exciting. We have make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So make the effort. Sometimes we sit on our couch and maybe you're on a dating app or something, or maybe you're just daydreaming and fantasizing about new love in your life. And the thing is that we sometimes do need to make a little bit more of an effort. When the universe sees us making an effort, putting ourselves out there, taking the first steps, we get more doors opening for us, right? Because the universe knows you're serious, right? So it's like this little game of volleyball, this little game of tennis back and forth, right? So, the ball is in your court, you take some sort of action. Now the ball is in the universe's court. Now the universe is like, all right, let's keep this momentum going. And so here we are back and forth. So make that effort, get yourself out there, take some initiative, take some sort of action towards finding love. Some may find it right away. Some may not find it right away, but at least you are getting out there. You're keeping an open mind. You're keeping an open heart, and you're open to the possibilities. And we have engagement here as well. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So be committed on your journey to love. Okay. We don't want to be obsessive over finding new love, right? When we obsess over things and it becomes our singular focus, we do tend to create more problems for ourselves, right? Because we create those blocks, those obstacles. We don't want to do that, okay? But we can still be committed. We can still make it a priority in our lives, right? So, sometimes we're focused on our career, on our financial matters and all these things. And our schedule is jam-packed and we haven't made, love a priority because we don't have time for it. And sometimes we want love, but we also don't want anything else in our lives to change. So we got to look at that a little bit. Okay. So, be committed in your love life. Engagement can also represent that there could potentially be someone around you that is having some sort of gathering or event of some kind, like an engagement party, a bridal shower, things like that, maybe an actual wedding. And, they could have like a celebratory dinner or get together, and they could, one person invites their friends, another person invites their friends. And so if you attend these things, you might meet somebody that you haven't met before, and you just never know. You could have some sparks a-flying. We also have here the 9 of Wands. Okay, so some of you might be feeling a little tired, strung out, worn out, world weary. You might be licking some wounds here with the 9 of Wands. But the good thing here is the 9 of Wands is the end of a cycle. Maybe it's been a difficult chapter. The 9 of Wands is, quite often known as the Wounded Warrior card, right? We have wounds, we've got battle scars, but we never give up. We keep moving forward. Some of you maybe feel the need to put up, put up some boundaries, right? Or, put up a wall of protection. Just remember that there is a big difference between a wall and a boundary, okay? Walls keep everything out. A boundary lets the good in and keeps the icky out. All right. So just remember that. Okay. But we can use our battle wounds. We can use our scars to make better choices or to look at love a little bit differently than perhaps we did in the past. But that Nine of Wands does show an end of a challenging or difficult chapter, closing things out, wrapping up loose ends, and we're getting ready for a new beginning. We're getting ready for a journey moving forward. We also have Three of Pentacles, all right, and we have Judgment card coming up here as well. So for some of you here, of course, teamwork makes the dream work, and the Three of Pentacles can indicate that there's perhaps some help in your love life that is around you. You could meet somebody through some sort of group or team activity here, but you could also have at least a friend or two that in some way, even if it's a roundabout way, help you in your love life. Maybe it's a friend of a friend, again, perhaps like in a party or a gathering, right? This might be where you meet someone. But the Three of Pentacles can also represent that we've learned something. So you could be understanding, especially with the Judgment card showing up here, you could be understanding the lessons that you've learned through past relationships. And, it makes you a better, stronger person, right? Times of adversity can make us or break us, right? And sometimes, we do get a little bit broken, right? But then we make the effort to keep moving forward and to heal and to grow and to learn. And so this can be where you are recognizing that, what, I understand now why this certain thing had to happen. And through my understanding, I can now heal. I can now let it go. I'll have the memories, the energy is gone, and I'm not going to let it hold me back anymore. Because that Judgment card there is where we see the light, we get clarity, we see the truth, and then we make a decision. Do we let something go? Do we give ourselves a second chance? Sometimes maybe we can give a person a second chance if that's in the cards for you, and if Three of Pentacles, someone has learned their lessons and grown through their experience. But the Judgment card can be a second chance at love. Giving ourselves a second chance, letting the baggage go while retaining the lessons that we've learned. But we're opening ourselves up for a journey forward, right? Judgment card is a decision that we make in regards to love. It brings us healing. It can bring us forgiveness. But again, it can also help us see our way forward, see the light, and see maybe what has been blocking our progress as far as our love life goes. And sometimes it's fear, right? Sometimes it's something that we're holding on to, all right? But the Judgment card can bring forgiveness, deeper understanding, and it can bring second chances. Okay. And, it's not necessarily always a second chance with a specific person, although it can be. But it can be a second chance at something that maybe never transpired in the first place. It can be a timing issue or something. It can be a second chance that you give yourself on your quest for love. But ultimately, we are letting the past be in the past, and we're moving forward to our future. We're getting guidance. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and we're preparing for a next journey. The blessings headed your way. We've got the Emperor. Now the Emperor, for one, can be your energy. Being confident, taking charge, maybe even coming up with some sort of strategy to find love, right? You know, I'm going to go here, I'm going to try this thing, I'm going to connect with these people, whatever it happens to be. But you're taking charge and you're feeling good and you believe in yourself, right? You believe in your ability to find love. With the Emperor, you're not worried about it, okay? But you are keeping an open mind and looking for it. But the Emperor is also Aries energy, okay? And we do have a full moon in Aries on October 6th. So there could be some significance there for you. It can be especially the closing of a chapter, 9 of Wands, Judgment card, closing of a cycle, bringing us healing, broken heart in reverse, right? So a big shift for you. It's like the universe is preparing to open a big door for you, but first we got to close that old chapter. So that full moon in Aries can have some significance for you. Full moons can, of course, also bring something to fruition. So again, you could have something exciting that happens somewhere around there, some door opening for you. All right. Will it happen right on the full moon day? No, it's typically not how it works, right? It's usually over the next few weeks or so that may unfold. All right. But the Emperor can be an advice card as well. So there could be someone around you that gives you some very good advice, okay, or can bring you some sort of blessings in some way. This is your blessings energy. And of course, we can also have an Aries person that comes in, a fellow fire sign, okay, maybe someone who is successful in some respects, maybe especially in business with the Emperor card there, but they also have a good sense of fun and adventure, and certainly passion with a fellow fire sign in there. So that can be in the cards for you. Your advice from Spirit. We've got the Hierophant. Keep the faith. The Hierophant is about your faith and your belief. Okay, so keep the faith, believe in your path and your quest for love. All right, but the Hierophant is also Taurus energy, which is very down to earth, very practical. It is the marriage card. Okay, engagement, marriage. All right, so again, there could be something here where the universe is opening a door, opening a chapter for you for a higher level of commitment. So a connection, all right, that can go the extra mile. But the Hierophant is also one of higher learning. And so again, you're something here, there's like a lesson that you have learned. And so you might be getting a deeper level of understanding about that right now. But with the Hierophant, it is one of tradition and values also. So, you know, so it's like Spirit's saying to you here, don't compromise your values. We need to be open and understanding of where other people may have come from and other people's upbringing and things like that. But we also need to recognize that our values are important as well. So with this here, there could be some certain things that you are not willing to compromise on when it comes to love and partnership. Okay, so keep hold of the important things, all right, but be flexible on the stuff that maybe doesn't matter quite so much, the stuff that you can live with a little bit. Okay, but the Hierophant is a card though of seeking out guidance. So again, someone may be able to give you some really good advice or give you some guidance on your quest for love. But we do have Aries energy here, or fellow fire sign energy. We do have the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy. It can also be earth sign energy there. And so, you know, we kind of got a couple of little different options there. And some of you, of course, may have some options in your quest for love. There could be more than one potential suitor on the horizon for you guys. Okay, but it does have a little bit of a feeling like first you got to kind of let something go. And I feel like that's the early part of October. And then you kind of see it's like a preparation right before that Venus goes into the sign of Libra. It's like, okay, that's great energy to attract partnerships, but first we got to deal with something over here. But again, certainly some love in the air for us in the month of October. So let's get a couple last messages out here. We actually got 3 more messages out here. So there is your first one. The bamboo moon. Did you know that there are no mistakes in the universe, and all events, circumstances, relationships, and situations are unfolding in perfection with the timing and intelligence of the divine plan? Any apparent delay is in your favor. If something is happening for you right now, then that is perfect too. Divine timing is perfection. It is safe to trust this now. What's your next one? Princess of the Autumn Harvest. Princess of the Autumn Harvest brings gifts of bounty and blessing for efforts and actions of the past. It is a time when the fruit of your labors is ripe for the picking. A beautiful blessing is on its way to you now. With gratitude in your heart, you will recognize the blessing when it comes to you, and it will serve you perfectly. Be open to receive it, knowing it is justly deserved. And your final message, Sisters of the Sun Rising. You are a highly creative being with the ability to help raise the vibration of consciousness on this planet through your creative projects and dreams. Remain open to other souls joining forces with you. Just like the Sisters of the Sun Rising, who bring great energy to help humanity through their group endeavors, when you allow for aligned group effort, wonderful things can happen. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If so, please do like, share, and subscribe. I thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic October, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.